Alright, so it is time for me to make another video. Okay, so as I have stated before previously in my other videos, I do not own a webcam, which is why I have made several or a lot of my videos using type to video type software like Windows Movie Maker, which is a pain to make videos on, or what is it called, extranormal.com, which is pretty easy to make videos on, and I will probably be making most of my videos on that. Yeah, probably I'll be making most of my videos on that. I am at my grandparents' house right now for whatever reason, even though they know nothing about computers. Well, yeah, my grandfather is passed away, whatever. That's part of a whole longer story that about how I get along with my family, or lack thereof, or whatever, which really has nothing to do with the content of this video. So and really the fact that he has nothing to do with that even story, and that has nothing to do with any of this. So I don't know why I even said that. Right, so my grandparents, they have a webcam, so very occasionally I may come here and make a video on this. Usually I will not be doing that because I do not own a webcam at my house. So when I make a video at my house, which is where I am 99.999 repeating percent of the time, I do not have the ability to make a video with myself actually talking. I can only make it type to sound type thing. Alright, so that is the introduction. Alright, this is the follow-up, the next chapter to the last video I made, which was about the 2012 phenomenon. This is the next follow-up to that, 2012 part 2, which also includes some of the research I've done about the so-called secret history of the world, as it may be called. This is a lot of research that I've done online, a lot of websites, kind of esoteric websites that you can find. They're not the kind of websites that just come up, you Google search them and they're easily come up. There's this thing called the the hidden internet, which are websites that are not immediately indexed through Google search. You gotta you talk to the right people in forums, they'll give you links, you gotta whatever, hunt them out. There are things on like Usenet and news groups and things like that. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of obscure books out there, both recent and old, dating back to, some of them are from the 30s, the 20s, the 1912, 1910, and even older, obviously, the 1800s, the 1700s, and going back to, medieval times, Roman times, Egyptian times, Vedic, Hindu, friggin', what's the word, Mesoamerican, Mayan, and then, going back further, River Valley civilizations, or Atlantis. What you've got is, you've got the, it's starting to get into what I've actually uncovered. You've got the two, basically the thing is, there's basically, people think there's an origin of civilization. Well, let me point this out. I'm getting a little bit off track here. What it is that this is about the 2012 phenomenon. So I'm trying to give some background on the research that I've done, and I've done a lot of research, and I've come up with a lot of information that's obviously not widely known, to try to understand what I think may be coming within the next 3 odd years or whatever in 2012. I'm trying to give background on understanding the way that the world really is, the things about the world that people don't know. And so within that context of understanding the way the world really is, then it makes sense about where the world may be going within 3 years or whatever. So, okay, first of all, there's all these different theories, which I talked about in the previous video. There's natural disaster theories, passing through the galactic alignment, gravity plane, warping the gravitational field, 2012 solar maximum theories, electromagnetism, electromagnetic, shutting down satellites, pole shifts, earthquakes, tsunamis, supervolcanoes, all this theories. There's theories about that there might be some kind of shift in the reality of the universe itself. If you don't know what a vacuum metastability event is, you should Wikipedia that, because it's a very interesting theory about it's under hypothetical doomsday scenarios, I believe was the thing. It's basically this theoretical thing where if the universe exists in something called a false vacuum, then there's this situation that could happen where the laws of physics themselves could change. That's something that could maybe happen if there was some kind of an alignment with the center of the galaxy, and there was some kind of a gravitational bow shock where the gravity of Earth and the galaxy, the central black hole of the galaxy, which the Mayans called Xibalba, that lined up. Whatever, there's a billion theories. Okay. I'm probably missing some. There's Terence McKenna. He's got his novelty theory, the I Ching, the graphing the things, how the different things in it lined up with the different events of history. Like the high points lined up with like the Renaissance, the computer information revolution, the low points lined up with like the world wars, the Black Plague, whatever, these things. I'm going on all kinds of tangents. I don't know, I'm just throwing out here like millions of things, but these are all related because I was trying to stick to one certain thing. I don't really have like a script. When I'm a writer is what I do. I normally, I'm not that good as a speaker. Normally I like to write, and I write, and then I go back and I rewrite and I rewrite. So that is how I normally work. Right now I was here at my grandparents' house. I had the opportunity to be on here, to talk on the webcam, and to just kind of present this stuff in a free flow format, but I'm not quite as good with that as I am with writing and being able to read through it and then say, oh, this is good, this is good, this is not as good, and then change it and rewrite it and revise it until it's perfect, and then I put it out there and I'm like really happy with it. But whatever, I'm just talking, I'm free flowing, I'm throwing out ideas that I know about. So you have all of these theories, right, about what's coming in 2012, and basically what I believe, and it's a supported scientific fact, it's about how I believe that there are different branching possible futures, and this is very well known to be, well, it's not really completely known, but it's believed by the current interpretation of scientific fact, which is called, it's under quantum theory. The current believed thing of quantum theory is superstring theory, which is it's considered the most likely possible candidate currently for a TOE, which is the theory of everything, which is what they're looking for. Einstein was looking for that. He spent 50 years of his, I don't know, the last however many years of his life after he invented the atom bomb. Some people think that he did come up with it, and it allowed him to create space-time bombs and things that warp space and time and wormholes, and he never wanted to share it with the world because he believed that it would allow them to create weapons that would destroy the universe, whatever. I'm almost out of time. The point is, these things, these different branching realities that exist, they're proven, or pretty well proven, under superstring theory. They're called the many worlds interpretation of quantum physics, and basically it says that all of these different possible worlds exist. The one that we are in that we may enter into. Each one is possible. Long story short, we do not know which one will happen in 2012.